That's crazy.
They hovering over the water. Look at it. More than one way. No fucking way.
Today we have diabolical TikToks that y'all send me that haunt my dreams. Look, man, we review a lot of videos over here, but look, man, I love my audience and y'all get on my nerves at the same time. But y'all already know where we at with it, man. Good vibes only. Let's get to this video. 15,000 likes, people, so we can crack that algorithm. We on our way to 1 million subscribers. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. But let's get to it, man. Let's have a good time.
A team of highly skilled engineers to land a fly on somebody's head. We typically get hired to land a fly on high-profile political candidates during live events that are being broadcast to a large audience. You might have seen our work in 2016 when we landed a fly right on Hillary Clinton's eyebrows, or more recently during the vice presidential debate when we landed a fly on Mike Pence's head and it sat there for about 2 minutes. The objective is usually to distract the viewer from what the candidate is saying, and more importantly distract the media from reporting about what the candidate is saying and focus more on the fly itself. And let's face it, nobody remembers what Mike Pence said during those 2 minutes our fly was sitting on his head. The team.
This is why they always want people to stay away from the Appalachian Mountains, because there's always some supernatural scary shit going on there. So a couple that lives in the Appalachian Mountains put out a video where they showed a tree basically disappear in thin air. Basically, in that video, they're saying that that tree got up and walked away. Matter of fact, look at this shit. This shit is crazy right here.
Same angle.
Tell me what y'all think. Look at this shit. Now pay attention.
Nope.
No tree there.
No. That tree's sure not there.
All right, now look.
That tree's
Look.
interesting.
Look at the tree. Where is the tree?
It's sure not there.
Yeah, I know it's not there. A lot of people probably won't even understand what just happened. But jump in that search bar and you'll be able to go to their page and see they made numerous videos. That tree that was there, it's not there anymore. And to top it off, when they went in their house, it was a branch in their house. How did that get there? Jump down the rabbit hole of the claims of things that's going on in the Appalachian Mountains. A whole lot of scary sightings. A whole lot of things happening. A whole lot of people missing. And then tell me if you think that tree vanished by itself. Let me know.
Trying to get it from the same angle. Oh. Nope. No. That tree's sure not there. That tree's interesting.
My God. No way.
It's sure not there. Come look.
You're looking from the right spot, right?
Yeah, I even held the phone. Ooh, bee.
Here, let me see.
Ooh, there's a bee. Well, I already filmed it. You just look. Look at that. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know what I wanted to happen.
is there where your dad cut it down?
I asked.
Oh.
No.
That's the same tree, right?
Yeah. What? It looks like a piece is broken.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh my God. Okay. We turned around and it's gone. It's gone. Trying.
Almost dropped it. Good.
One more moment for the Yes.
Get in the car.
Should we put the stick over there?
I'll do it.
No, honestly, just don't touch it.
All right, look, am I the only one thinking that though? Like, we done seen a lot of things on this channel. That was creepy, but all I got to say is that was a little ass tree though. I was expecting for the tree to be some ginormous tree that was moving like we've seen before. We're gonna get back in and see a little bit of those.
Happen often that trees usually ground their roots real deep into the location that they really want to move to because they might be in a shaded area or they're trying to move towards it.
Oh, you know what's crazy, man? The video that I posted a while ago, you know, about the galactic warfare going on. You know, when you see little lightning and stuff going on in the sky with no sound and it shit just flashing and all that. Motherfuckers thought it was a joke. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers thought it was a joke. I seen a couple folks on the post, oh, hey, what's your level of education? And, oh, that ain't what that is, and all type of shit. But now that the fireballs and shit falling from the sky, goddamn it, and all of those shit, oh, now all of a sudden the video going viral now. Now motherfuckers see, oh, he wasn't just bullshitting. This shit is going on for real. Oh, yeah? Oh, it ain't no joke no more, huh? Oh, okay. And check this out, man. Check this out right here, right? So I go back in my memories, bro, and I had a fucking vision about these people real deal shooting down the ships, man. Man, listen. These folks is shooting down the damn ships, man. The ships trying to tap in with the ones, man. They know this shit, man. I'm thinking it's these. I'm thinking, man, they shooting down the ships, man. Cause I seen in one video it say, oh, man, it was a fragment in the yard, in a person's yard that was glowing up type shit, man. Man, these people is shooting down our ships, man. So they won't tap in with us, man. Real talk, man.
Starting to see a trend that every time you start talking about the Bible, you start talking about God, you start talking about spiritualism, and recognizing that America and the West is an anomaly, that there are spiritual forces that are working on people at all times, the media panics because the media, in my view, is a bit satanic. I genuinely believe this, and so did one of the people that was watching this trend. I had a random user reach out and say, yeah, the reason they're freaking out is because NASA is satanic. The origins of NASA are satanic. And I went, what are you talking about? And
through all the breakdowns and stuff y'all seen, you know, with NASA and everything, do y'all buy into that it means in Hebrew that to deceive and all those other things? I'm just asking for a friend. See what y'all are saying in the comments. Let's keep going though.
OMG, you guys, buckle up. What I'm about to tell you, you're not even gonna believe me, but you can just research this. You don't even have to go down a dark hole on Reddit. You can just literally open Wikipedia. It is so in our faces, and yet we don't learn about this. And now I understand why they are very upset with me. So you may have heard of a man named Aleister Crowley. If you haven't, I'll provide you with some brief spark notes. Aleister Crowley was an Englishman. He was also a drug abuser. He was a bisexual who is credited with heavily influencing the eventual counterculture revolution of the 60s in America. Free love, free love. He had that book, Chaos. Things got weird and satanic in the 60s in America. And America is where this Englishman, Aleister Crowley, eventually moved. But what he is most famous for is black magic. He was an occultist who pledged his allegiance to demons. He believed that he could summon demons, okay? The story goes that when he was 13 years old, he read the book of Revelation in the Bible, and he became inspired, not by Jesus Christ, but by the seven-headed beast, were his followers and believers. A Satanist. This is a fact. You can look this up. One such follower was a man named Jack Parsons, another wealthy young man. And here's what you should know about this time period. Before Jack Parsons enters the scene in America, the scientific consensus was that we would never enter space, that was an impossibility. But this rich kid, who also happens to be an occultist and who also would perform sex rituals and blood sacrifice to summon demons, well, no, he expressed the belief that they could fundamentally alter humanity, and he had a vision. He said, no, we can make this work. We can get to space.
Well, breaking fucking the news. Scientists are warning tomorrow and for the next few months, days will be shorter than ever, some of the shortest in history, because the Earth is spinning a lot faster than usual. There was filler space there because I needed everybody to understand what the fuck I just read and said out of my mouth. I did. The Earth is spinning. Let's speed this up. Come on. At this point, I think I can speak for a good majority of us. We don't give a fuck. No. At this day and age, brother, we don't care. Let's just go ahead and get this. Let's just go ahead and get the ball going.
How many of y'all care?
Like, what the fuck do you mean the Earth is going to spin faster than usual? And days will be the shortest. They said as of early as of tomorrow, the day could be shortest. It could be 6 o'clock, sun's down. I beg your finest pardon?
It's been struck. TikTok will no longer be on our phones from September of this year through March of 2026. They're going to be replacing it with a new version of the American TikTok app, and it's going to be called M. M is short for Meta. Oracle and a few other billionaires will be the new owners of TikTok. Here are the two things that is going to be coming along with that. You will no longer be able to see what's going on in the rest of the world because it destroys the government's narrative. And the U.S. government will now have full access to all of your data on TikTok, which is, if it's 130 million of us users here in the United States, that's a $3 billion a year sale of your data. That's what it's all about. Controlling the narrative for world views and your data. Don't get it twisted. It has nothing to do with national security. It has nothing to do with anything more than controlling the money and controlling the narrative.
It's a conclusion I've reached. I'm usually pretty curious. I've stopped being curious about this because I don't want to know anymore.
You truly don't want to know anymore
nope.
about it?
I think I know. I think I know what's up. So I can't prove it, so probably not going to articulate it, but I think I know what's up, yeah.
Can you articulate it?
Well, I think it's a really old story. I think it's a really old story, so.
What is it?
Well, one, I'm a Christian, and I'm fairly sincere about it. I try to be sincere about it.
What was it that led you to believe?
Talking to a lot of people. I was really shocked by what credible people told me. I became completely satisfied, I'll say that they were not lying, and that they were right or in the vicinity of right. And then I was like, whoa, I'm out. Because I don't need to go farther than that. I mean, I think that the real struggles are unseen. That is absolutely a part of Christian theology. I didn't fully appreciate it at all. The belief that the real struggles are in the spiritual realm. That has been a constant belief since the beginning of history, recorded history. Everybody has thought that, except us in the West, since 1945. So once you get perspective on this question, you're like, okay, that may sound crazy to someone who thinks buying shit on Amazon is the meaning of life, but to every other person in the world, we may disagree about what the truth is, I'm sure we will, but we will never disagree with the fact that there's a lot of shit going on that we cannot see or measure with our senses. That is absolutely true. What I find so striking about the UFOs, this is the main takeaway I have, is like, there's this debate, is this stuff, these phenomena, which are clearly, obviously real, I mean, there's no debate about that. There's a lot of that people can't explain in the sky and underwater, we know that. Fact. So the debate is this government technology, is it from outer space, or is it some spiritual realm here? I've already told you my view of it. But what I find so interesting, we know the government's lied about it, they're lying about it now, that's a fact. There's no way around that they've absolutely lied about it in very elaborate ways. I am really struck, here's my current thinking on it. The main effort that the US government has put into its disinformation, its lying on this topic, has been not to mislead you on the technology. They're not telling me they don't have anti-gravity technology. It sounds from watching your podcast that they do. Their main interest is in convincing you that the supernatural is not real. And if you watch, and there are people in the media who specialize in spreading these lies on behalf of the government. I'm not gonna name anybody, but like some of them work. Once you realize what the point of the exercise is, it's crazy. And I hope you'll assess all the fact-checking and the skepticism on UAPs through this lens. The main thing they want you to believe is that the supernatural is not real. Well, then you have to ask yourself, like, why?
That's interesting.
It is so interesting. Why is that important to you? Why do you care if I think the supernatural is real? Like, why is that? First of all, why is it? How dare you, as my government, try to get involved in my spiritual beliefs? That's totally not your area. So out of there, okay? A. But B, why has that been so important for 80 years for you to convince me the supernatural is not real? Why? Why is that? And of course I can't answer the question, but my gut level response is, well, because if it is real. Whatever they're telling you is not real, and if they're punishing you for saying something you know for a fact it's not real, you're not allowed to say that.
That's bars, y'all. Listen to them.
Oh, not because they don't have no problem with me lying, because they lie. They lie for a living. So lying brings no sanction. You can lie all you want. What you can't do is tell the truth. That is a fact. So once you know that, you can sort of reverse engineer their lies and know with some certainty that whatever they're telling you is not true, is in fact true. That's exactly the truth. It's exactly the truth. But then you have to ask motive. Like, it's not a profit motive. Like, does it make them rich to deny that there's supernatural forces? No. What is that? And I don't know the answer. But the obvious answer is, well, because they sort of know they're working for supernatural forces, actually. And I think that's probably true.
Is there a specific reason or a handful of reasons, or is this a hunch that you believe that they're working with the supernatural realm or have a relationship?
Well, I can't prove that. I mean, I'm suggesting that. I'm not saying it because I can't prove it, but I'm suggesting it. And if you're asking whether I believe it, the answer is yes. But I believe that for two reasons. One, because I've told that directly by a couple of people who I think seem knowledgeable, and I attach some weight to that.
Just think about it, man. Like, when you out here and you start speaking about stuff like that, every time you see it, even this genre right here, I don't want to say names because I don't want to get involved. I just want to keep y'all informed. There's been a lot of people trying to do this, but they are sent here, y'all. They were literally created overnight. And they're going to be doing things a little bit different, leading you a different direction. See, here, it doesn't matter what you think. You know, we're just here to discuss these topics together to get people to exercise thinking independently and just thinking a little bit differently outside of your comfort zone. You know, we're not here for comfort. We're here for figuring things out and, you know, looking at different perspectives, because maybe it might ring a bell and lead you in a certain direction. But some of the people on here for different reasons. Y'all got to watch out for that, man. But it's on every different level. But let's keep going, though. Very interesting video. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Smash that like button.
Speed. I am speed. Speed.
Speaking backwards, y'all.
Speed. I am speed.
That was good.
Good job. Good job.
Anything else?
I want to try ka-chow. Hold on.
Wow.
Really? That was ka-chow?
Ka-chow.
Wow.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, man. I love it.
Alright, y'all, look down. This is a big one. This is a weaponized system to the max right here. Y'all wanna know how it works? Look. Don't just freaking walk by these things. Look, be aware. You see these markings? These ain't graffiti. This is a coded grid system. And what you're looking at right here, this isn't for utilities. This is resonance tech. You got 4 lines, each with a circle right in the middle. That's a 4-pulse harmonic system. It's a rail. It's like a tuning fork etched into concrete. Every person that walks across it, they get scanned, realigned, and disrupted without ever knowing. Each of those circles, that's a frequency node. And those red verticals, that's a data stream. They're not pulling pipes, they're pulling patterns. Your breath, your pace, your aura. Now, look over here. This chalk that says PX2 column 2. Yeah, that's not random neither. That's internet node language. PX2 is a pulse exchange module. COM2 is a communications route. This sidewalk is officially coded for live human signal monitoring. You think it's just paint? It's a damn uplink. Now, look over here by the column. Same markings. Same markings. Stack triple digits. Got them everywhere. Here's your triples. This is a 4-pulse system where it continues into the route. Now, and this is where it tells you the danger is. Arc flash means this box sends bursts of energy, literal invisible discharges that can burn skin, knock you out, or even worse. But what they don't tell you is it also throws resonance pulses into the field. Not just physical danger, energetic disruption, guys. This is a weaponized tuning station disguised as a utility box. This is how they condition crowds. Pulse fear, control flow. It isn't science fiction. It's right here on our sidewalks, guys. And now you see it. I just walked you through a resonance trap hidden in plain sight. And I want you to see the resonance field at live work. That's why it bends the light. That's why there's such, you see how it literally, the light is behind the box, right? But it's bending it in front of it. Do you see this resonance stream in live time? I want you to look at that scalar bleed through. Comment below, 808, break the loop.
Everybody, I can't go into too much detail, but there is some very, very odd stuff going on. I'm certainly under attack right now from in many different ways, and I just want everybody to know to just kind of have your eyes open. And I have my eyes open, but there's a lot going on. So I'm still working, I'm still building. Nothing's gonna stop that. But I'm just telling you guys right now, be on the lookout because I'm under attack. All right.
Hold on, we gotta look out for that brother right there. He's very important, y'all. That's the guy that's making the gasoline out of plastics. This happens way too often. We gotta keep an eye out for him for sure.
Look at his hair. He has the nicest hair. Now Snoop, the real Snoop Dogg, right? All right. Take care. All right. Now Snoop, the real Snoop Dogg, right? All right. Take care. All right.
Something ain't right about that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Something ain't right. Y'all was feeling the vibe too? Something ain't right. That mug right there not human.
Did y'all not see that someone fucking caught Mothman on camera? Mothman, bitch. On camera. And it's as clear as day. And if you don't know who Mothman is, I'm about to terrify you. But what's even more scarier is the fact that he was just caught on camera flying around like he has no care in the world, no responsibility. 2025 is giving me the most fucked up bingo card ever. Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get BINGO.
And I'm recording it. What the hell is that?
Hell nah.
What in there?
Those of you who have no idea who the fuck or what the fuck Mothman is, he's up there with Bigfoot in them, except for he's on the level of Jeepers Creepers scary. Basically, the sightings of Mothman began November 1966. There were couples reporting a large ring creature near the abandoned TNT area outside Point Pleasant. The creature is described as tall with a wingspan of 10 feet, glowing red eyes, and the ability to fly at high speeds, sometimes gliding without even flapping his fucking wings, which we all just saw, right? Then there was something in 1967 called the Silver Bridge Collapse. This is the most significant association, and with this collapse of the Silver Bridge in December 1967, which killed 47 people, some witnesses claimed they had seen the Mothman near the bridge before it collapsed. In other words, that motherfucker needs to go back to where it came from because we don't got time for this shit. My bingo card is I'm done.
That shit look AI to me, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It look AI. Little freaky, but AI is just really good, man. I got trust issues.
That you just saw flash on the screen, I'll show it to you more in a minute, was a literal demon. Not just a demon. It looked exactly like the devil as portrayed today in the 21st century at this stuff happening in LA and California. Just to show you, give you a measurement of how evil this stuff really is, along with the 6.6 earthquake in Colombia and the 6.6 earthquake in the Middle East, the big beautiful bill, the 666 like I showed you before, the doomsday fish, the weather, the suns, everything like I showed you before, it's all freaking evil. So a quick update, then we get back to the demon. There's a tactical alert in California and they're stopping all trains and all moving traffic to these locations. Tonight is going to be absolutely insane. Even from last night, this morning, I showed you all the explosions, I showed you all the looting, I showed you all the stuff happening, all the weird objects being placed around LA, and now this popped up right before a flag was burned. You can literally see the horn, the ear, the eyes, the nose. I'm about to show you the video now, but if you're on TikTok, you're not gonna be able to see the rest of this video. You better find it elsewhere. I have to block the flag, but do you see that? Again, right there, right at the beginning. This shows you all you need to know. And now, allegedly, we have Mexico's president coming out saying they're going to mobilize.
My name is Augustus DeRico. I'm the CEO and founder of Rainmaker. We're a cloud seeding company that is enhancing precipitation via advanced radar and also drones for the sake of supplementing water supplies for farms, cities, reservoirs, and wildlife throughout the United States. Our ultimate vision is to end water scarcity, and we've begun that mission already. I'm testifying to not oppose the spirit of this bill, which I think is well-founded, but the current configuration of the bill that I think would impede this mission for ending water scarcity and also for bringing the best-in-class technology to Florida and the rest of the United States. And so the first point that I'd like to make is the difference between solar radiation management and cloud seeding. And so Senator Garcia did bring this up briefly. Solar radiation management is a very new technology. It's not something that's been tested at length. NOAA has done some very initial experiments on its efficacy. It is attempting to reduce the amount of solar radiation that makes it down to the planet by injecting reflective aerosols into the upper atmosphere. Once you inject these aerosols, they stay in the stratosphere for years. They have effects on the entire climate. The data from these experiments, because the experiments have been so few, is limited. And so the implications of them are not something that are well tested yet. Cloud seeding is altogether different. The only similarity is that it has to do with the atmosphere. It has to do with the low atmosphere. It's a mechanism, or it's a tool that either freezes the water in existing clouds or condenses.
All I can do is pay attention to the woman that was behind him the entire time. She was like, this is just so diabolical. Like, if you just rewatch it and just look at her face, she was not hearing this shit at all. She wasn't here for it, y'all. Let's keep going, though. That's crazy. the internet got trust issues. Now AI done ruined it for everybody. So it's just like, if this is real, we still don't care. Go ahead, land already. Land that shit. Like, we want to see it, bro. Do you got rims on it? Something like, what the paint job look like, man? Take the cloaking off of it, bro. We know it's there. It's okay. Just put me on, though. I want one too. Oh yeah. This is why they're trying to cloud seed, like trying to block us from seeing it. They're doing an excellent job.
Something supernatural is going on here.
Look right here. Look right here. Right here. Look. Watch. What is that? What is that? And it's just gone, bro. Look at this shit. It's there, and now it's.
But who's sitting here watching the cameras that good though? This dude is excellent at his job. I love it.
It's not. It's there, and now it's not, bro. What is that? Bruh. What is that? What is that? And then it's just gone. Bruh. What is that? One more time. Bruh. What is that? What is that?
His guardian angel say, "Hey, put that shit back."
I kid you not, they are not in the original body they were born in.
People who are not even their original body, what's the legality happening in the spirit? How do you resolve that?
She described all kinds of things from, like, even the mermaids, when they got higher level and more power in that kingdom, they got a different kind of tail, and they went from the mermaid tail to the octopus body. When you see a person posing as a prophet, but they're using third eye, these are the people that are going to see everyone's sin. She's like, so both of my parents are clones in front of 60 people.
Oh my gosh.
15 seconds, I'm talking to Sally, and then, you know, the face changes and contorts, and the eyes roll back and then come back, and it's, okay, now I'm talking to Jessica. I was watching physical restructuring of bones in the face with some of the switches in real time. I was like, where is the original body? They're like, Antarctica. Of course.
Biden was assassinated. They used a clone.
Whoa.
God, I hope he did.
Isn't that like Truth Social? Truth Social, didn't he post something like that? Some wild thing that somebody posted. Biden did. This isn't even Biden.
I remember that. Yeah, I believe it.
Many of you may have missed this very important news here. So this July 7th, Google's AI assistant Gemini is changing the game, and not everyone's happy. In a controversial move, Gemini will now have access to your phone calls, texts, WhatsApp messages, and even utilities like your flashlight or alarm, even if you turned activity tracking off. That's right, you can't opt out. No prompt, no alert, just full access by default. A quiet email confirmed it. Google's new update allows Gemini to act across core apps, whether you've given permission or not. While Google insists data won't be saved in the long term, it can still be held for 72 hours, enough time for voice prompts, call metadata, and messages to live in a hidden gray zone with no history, no alert, and no manual deletion option. If you want to block it, you'll need to dig deep into the Gemini app. Head to Profile Apps and manually toggle off phone, messages, WhatsApp, and utilities. These toggles are on by default. Privacy advocates call this dystopian. Google calls it seamless AI integration. The bottom line, Gemini is no longer just a helpful assistant. It's an all-access digital agent running on your phone, whether you like it or not.
Make sense of all this? You ever bought a home with a fucking hole? I advise go in it.
Hell no.
No fucking way, Jimmy. Oh my God, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Come out here.
Ain't no damn way. Nah, ain't no way, boy. Not me.
The shift is happening.
This ain't my job to greet him first.
And nature is responding.
He said, my boy, I seen them videos about the gorillas. I just want to make peace with y'all. You feel me? Love, man. We know y'all really about that. You feel me? They calling the truce right here, bro.
Look at that big smile. What y'all think?
He gotta put that other hand down, though. It's making me uncomfortable. Like, at any moment, he gonna punch him in the eye, and half his head gonna disappear. These mugs are strong, boy. He said, come on, bro. Let me show you the crib. Let me introduce you to my people. I'm translating. I'm sorry, y'all. They give me Caesar vibes, for sure. Lightning, but somebody gonna say it's a spaceship.
Let's take a look at what's going on in California here. This is roughly where Vandenberg Air Force Base is. You see that emanating out towards the coast from there? Watch, boom. See that right there? Those pulses that look like the Wi-Fi symbol. Yeah, that's microwave energy. It's coming down here as well, but it's a different pattern. You see that? They're shooting out into the ocean to dissipate any moisture that might be coming to save us from their heat wave that they're inducing. And you see this massive pulse going from east to west and all these Next-Red towers here. But you can pull up on a map and see the positions and see how they're radiating. It's not birds, honey. It's not weather. See? Fixed position. You see the towers, the black in the center. All right, it's emanating outwards from that. We're being microwaved by the people who think the world is overpopulated. So, yeah, heads up.
Imagine the amount of work you have to go through in order to just make it so that this pisses me off. I just really think people need to see this. Imagine how much work you have to go through. Like, look at that. You just gotta see the work. You know, I want the engineers and all the people in America and everybody around the world to be able to look at that. Look at how this is welded here. Look at the thickness of this and the perfection. Look at the amount of energy that they put into making sure that this right here didn't hit the side of this bell. You have to understand, this is not a conspiracy. This is real life. They took our bells away and silenced it. This bell is sterilized. It's neutered.
so this guy went from working at Lockheed Martin to build a dome promised to heal humanity through resonance. And right before it was completed, he mysteriously died and was cremated without his family knowing. Okay, so George Van Tassel, he worked as an aviation engineer for Lockheed Martin. He was supposedly contacted by this interdimensional being, did not like nuclear war, followed by a being telepathically gave him instructions to build something named an Integratron. It gets so interesting. This Integratron was centered around plasma. Yes, plasma, the fourth state of matter. It has metaphysical applications, he said. I'm also writing a book about plasma. The link is in my bio, but I just figured this out and I'm freaking. According to him and the being, the building was built to generate these magnetic fields that would result in the generation of plasma in the form of a coronal discharge and negative air ionization inside the building. It would help everything from anti-aging to possibly curing cancer. It had to do with a Tesla coil. The building would basically resonate with the cell's frequency, recharging the cells of a person, rejuvenating them. And right before he finished it, he literally died. Man's vanished. And I'm not into like conspiracies, but this one I think is real. I also think it's real because plasma does have healing properties. I think he didn't achieve it. I guess maybe the government, whatever. So had some weird doomsday prophecies, and that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because plasma reflects belief. I think this plasma stuff is magic. You just need a healed nervous system to be able to channel it and ground it in reality.
Okay, are you guys seeing this? Because this is breaking news right here. I've been covering trails for the entire world every single day because I do this radar show on my website. And during the filming last night, I was stunned to see that as of yesterday, and it continues into this morning, there was not a single trail in the sky over continental US. I've only ever seen this once ever before, and that was in the 2 days following USAID being cut. And everyone noticed it back then. No one had trails. The blue skies began to be visible again. The haze was clearing, but then they started back up about 72 hours later after they funded it some other way. Well, I think having no trails now out of any other time is particularly significant because USAID being cut was a major budgetary issue for this program. What is causing a major budgetary issue now? Well, I think it's highly likely that the US not having trails for the last 36 hours means that we are gearing up for something extremely costly. Given the recent attacks on Iran and the talk of war, I'm thinking this might be evidence that something huge is about to happen in the coming month, something very expensive. I hope it's just major precautionary preparation going on behind the scenes. Let's just manifest all together that these trails never return. Join me over at arianamasters.com. I'll see you there. Side note, they are still trailing in Canada, the Pacific, and the Atlantic. So for you outer edge states and states close to Canada, you may still be seeing some trails flitting over.
I haven't been seeing many lately.
Yo, can y'all see that?
This is my video, y'all. The other night.
Traveling. Get it. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more.
You can hear the plane. The plane is out in the distance.
Now the blinking light.
That's that humming. It'll pass, but this right here, it's crazy.
Zoom out. You think it's a star.
No blinking lights, no nothing, just solid the entire time, and then eventually fades out.
Real fast too. Zoom out again, so you can see. Zoom out some more. Look, that's how bright it is. Not the moon, but the thing up there. I want to tap it and lose it. Trying to keep it as still as possible. Look, still traveling. Zoom in a little bit more. Zoom out so we can catch it again. There we go. Zoom back in. That is quite spectacular. Look at that.
See how it's approaching that next star? It's passing. See how fast it's moving.
Zoom back in. Look at that.
How fast? It just picked up speed.
Where are you going?
See how it stalled now?
It changes direction and everything. not a plane.
There ain't no fucking way. There's all these red drones coming up out of the water and out of the sky right now. There's no fucking way this is real. And it's coming out of more than one way.
Out the water.
That's fucking crazy.
It's hovering over the water right there.
Yes, look.
One that's hovering over the water right there. They hovering over the water. Look at this shit.
This shit is
what
crazy.
The fuck is that?
What are these?
What the fuck?
Yo, what is that? Yo, babe, be careful.
Yo, what the fuck is that shit?
What is that?
Coming out the fucking water.
Holy shit.
What the fuck is that?
They just keep coming.
Coming out the water. What the fuck is that?
Yo,
what the fuck is that?
I got it on camera.
Oh my god, yo, what the fuck?
I got it on camera. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, they just keep coming.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
What is it? What the fuck is that shit, yo? Yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, what the fuck is that shit? Yo, you see that? It's
what the fuck is that?
It's coming out the water. They coming out the water.
Coming out of the water.
They coming out of the water. They
Holy
literally
shit.
coming out the water.
Yeah, they're coming out of the water. They just, it started out like 2 or 3 of them, and now they come out like this as soon as I called the police.
They're literally coming out the water.
Look, there it goes, look.
They're coming out the water. You see?
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Yo, what the fuck is this?
The water. Outer space is the water.
Well, damn, y'all. Look, man. Do y'all think that they're coming out of the water? Or do you think they're coming through the firmament? I've heard a lot of different stories. I'm not confirming or denying or telling y'all what to believe. I'm just here reading the comments and seeing what everybody collectively is speaking about, man. But look, man, I love it. The world is getting stranger and we're getting more jaded and more jaded and more jaded by the day. Look, man, at some point they need to land and start paying some bills or something. You feel me? But it is what it is. But look, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video right here. Don't be out here believing everything you see, because you see a lot of AI content, and that's why I made those videos early on, just to let y'all know that the gap is closing on the reality of AI. There's a lot of other AI. Remember how I was speaking about the hands not, you know what I'm saying, working so well with the AI created videos? I think they're listening to us and they corrected that stuff. So it's getting a lot closer to being able to be real. I could be an AI right now. It's getting to that point and y'all would never even know. I can create a clone of myself and create these videos for y'all over and over and over again. That's why YouTube in the next 2 days is passing new criteria for being able to be monetized on YouTube. They're cracking down on, AI created content and stuff like that. So y'all will see that coming down the pipeline because the lines are getting way too close, man. But don't be out here believing everything. Going out here, make sure y'all going out here doing your own damn research, man, and be positive and productive out here, man. Try to be the best version of yourself, because I know I'm out here doing the same, and together we're gonna raise the vibrations like we continue to do. But look, man, I see y'all in the next video, and like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. I see y'all in the next video, and I'm out though. Bye.